Hi there. Airplanes and rockets fight the pull of gravity using science and technology. Bees do it naturally, and please don't go there. Now what else flies? What about skyscrapers? After all, they soar into the sky. But the Great Pyramid of Giza was there long before there were high-rises, right? For over 4,000 years, its 481-foot height made it the tallest man-made structure on Earth. Its streak ended in 1311 when England's St. Mary's Cathedral went higher. Stayed there for 250 years. But, and there's always a but, both of these giants are smaller today. The pyramids are shrinking from wind and rain. I mean, they're 25 foot shorter now. And St. Mary's Cathedral, its central spire, collapsed 500 years ago. Fast forward to 1899, when a new technology let Mr. Eiffel build the world's tallest tower. He used the same system in the Statue of Liberty. 41 years later, the Chrysler Building was in a race with two other skyscrapers. The architect hid a 185-foot spire inside the tower. At the end, construction crews raised it up like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon to claim the title of the world's tallest building. But only for 11 months. That's when work stopped on the Empire State Building. They built it like an assembly line, going up 4.5 stories a week. It took 410 days to go up 1,250 feet above the streets of Manhattan. It reigned supreme until the World Trade Center showed up. If I'm talking about things that soar into the sky, what about balloons? They do that, don't they? And one kind in particular is really interesting. They're called dirigibles. They're also known as zeppelins. They're a balloon that has a hard skeleton inside. And the big ones were over 800 feet long and 135 feet in diameter. They flew 90 passengers and crew across the Atlantic in 4 days, and they sometimes could hit 80 miles an hour. Dirigibles can fly anywhere, including to the 200-foot high airport that's at the top of the Empire State Building. You heard me right. The building is designed for airships to land there. Now, the questionably serious plan was to fly close, catch a rope, be winched in so that the passengers could disembark on an open-air gangplank. An open-air gangplank. If they didn't die of fright, customs would get them on the street in 7 minutes. So what's the lesson? Is it that some ideas are crazy? Yes! But no. The lesson is that imagination can be wonderful, but ideas should be examined carefully. High winds at the top of the Empire State Building made it virtually impossible to do what the designers dreamt of. They tried a couple of times, but were only able once to tether a small balloon to the building before they finally gave up. Christopher Columbus is said to have solved the problem of how to stand an egg on its end by crushing the bottom. Seeing the solution makes it obvious. You, when you have a problem, find as many solutions as you can. Look at them carefully and then choose the best. And another, by the way, the Empire State Building opened during the Great Depression, so none of its office space was needed. For many years, its nickname was the Empty State Building. By the way, dirigibles using helium can't catch fire because it doesn't burn. But, and here's another but, Germany didn't have access to helium, so they used hydrogen instead. The era of the great airships ended when the Hindenburg caught fire and crashed at Lakehurst, New Jersey. No one knows why it happened. It's still a mystery. One more, by the way, because this one is sad. Mr. Chrysler didn't want to pay his architect for designing the second tallest building in the world. A court ruled against Mr. Chrysler, but the legal battles destroyed the architect's reputation. William Van Allen never received another major design commission. Alas, by the way, I promise, the International Space Station can be seen when it passes overhead. It travels at 5 miles a second, and spaceships dock with it. I wonder if the designers of the Empire State Building's airport could imagine spaceships coming together. What do you think? Please tell us. I am Mike for the Be More Better team. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Please comment, like, subscribe if you haven't. But always, always be more better. Body, mind, and spirit. And then be even more better when you make someone else fly. And now a shout out to Louis and Isabel. This has been a pleasure. Until the next one. Bye now. England's St. Mary's Cathedral was taller. They're both the era of the great sailing ships, the great airships. So the space wasn't needed. For many years its nickname was the Empire.
And I rise like the day, I rise unafraid, I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise